Okay. Well, it looks like I'm recording now. Um, so I I just want to put this video out there. I'm not sure. I'm showing I've got 90 subscribers. I've been putting up videos for I don't know many years. I don't know how many years I've been putting videos up. 8, 9, something like that. I was on YouTube before that without putting videos up. Um, Going back to January 2007 was when I first um, got on YouTube and started commenting and watching videos and all that. But I never really had a big following with my videos or anything, and I still don't. I have 90 subscribers though, so I kind of think I know where the subscribers are coming from. I'm not sure. I don't. I put up a variety of content. I did some product reviews of some antennas um, several years back. I've put up a video on Burgoo. I've made some commentary videos concerning energy policy and stuff. Um, I've made a number of videos about alpacas. I don't think that's where the videos are coming from. The views are coming from, though. Maybe the antenna videos. I don't know. But more recently, I've done some uh, on the alpha gal syndrome, which I don't have. I don't have that. A friend of mine has that, and she's struggling with it. We put the videos out. We put those videos out because they uh, there was a lack of awareness, and at the time we put those videos out, we were just trying to generate a little bit of awareness. She was struggling. She was going to the doctors, and they were just like, "No, this thing doesn't exist," or they'd say, "Well, you had to live in the southeastern United States to get the alpha gal syndrome." That's not true. That's not true at all. Um, it might begin there, but certainly not. That's certainly not the case. Um, and then there's other things that it was said that alpha gal syndrome was a red meat allergy, and certainly alpha gal people who have alpha gal syndrome have an allergy to red meat, but clearly, and I've seen it. I'm on a couple of Facebook uh, um, groups that where people have this and they share their stories. And I'm not going to reveal any personal information there as far as because I know they like their privacy. The people that suffer from this do not. I mean, they struggle with it. It's not just a matter of um, having this problem. And when they try to relate it to other people, people just look at them like you know they think they've lost their mind or something. That's from what I take it. I mean, I've seen that. I've seen it happen. People just think it's a bizarre thing that you just suddenly become allergic to all this stuff, and then you tell them about the whole tick, which the tick thing is kind of a theory, but I kind of think it makes sense. Other people don't. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get into all that, but oh, but I know it's got to be more than just red meat because I've seen where people were allergic to, like, say, sugar. They have a reaction if they ate uh, sugar that was not organic, versus eating organic sugar. If they had the organic sugar, they were fine, but they ate the non-organic sugar. And so I know, and I've seen different stuff. People are just reacting to strange things. So if you're suffering from that, I don't know. We might get more into that later into about the alpha gal, but I don't know what more that I have to add about it or my friend. It's up to her. If she wants to get on here and talk more about it, we will. Um, you know, but it's not up to me. Uh, that's not up to me. I don't mind talking a little bit about it. If you're struggling with it, I mean, there's no easy answers. I am glad to see the awareness. More people are aware of it. More people have heard about it. Um, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know how fast it's spreading, but I did notice an article a few weeks back that showed that a huge increase in the number of people with tick-borne illnesses um, just in the last few years. I mean, it was multiples. You know, I can't remember the exact numbers, but in any case, that's I'm glad to see that the Congress is kind of working on maybe some kind of legislation that would help, where they can help do like research and stuff, and to try to figure out some of this stuff. Um, so who knows? I might, uh, I might add some more commentary in the future on that. And maybe Nettie or maybe my friend will um, come and talk with us on here about it again. We'll see. Um, Besides that, I do some gardening videos. I did a watermelon experiment last year. I'm not sure I had the best videos. You got to understand something here. I have um, I have stage 4 uh, breast cancer that spread. I have a male breast cancer. I know that's rare, but as long as I get it, um, it spread into my hips, my spine, my ribs, my skull, it's on my heart, my lungs. I have liver damage and kidney damage. Now the kidney damage is probably from impact of I had hypercalcemia because of all the um, because whenever my bones were breaking down, it was throwing all this calcium into my blood. Well, the kidney's got to process all that. They can process some, but not at the rate it was going. Um, and so that's hypercalcemia. It's very dangerous. It was very dangerous. They didn't think I was going to make it. Uh, then I was, like I said, I have it on my liver. Could be my liver actually is, I don't know. This is my kind of theory is maybe my liver was bad and then the other things kind of followed. It's not clear whether it's um, cancer or not. Okay, so we're going back almost 2 years ago. Whenever this really hit, the cancer stuff probably goes back. I'm thinking it goes back a couple of decades, honestly. But about 2 years ago, things really got bad, and it was last year, over a year ago now, that I ended my chemotherapy. So, and I said, I'm stage 4. I was stage 4 almost 2 years ago. I got results back. Oh my goodness. Um, let's see. What am I looking at here? I wanted to read some of this off to you. Boy. Just one second here. Um, this is 11:22. 11:20. Okay. This is the page really kind of summarized it. I won't read it too much to you, but positive response to therapy. Now this is a year later. Keep in mind, so I had a CAT scan right after the chemotherapy. This is 1 year later. Positive response to therapy. I took paclitaxel. Now they gave me a drug called Zometa. Now I can't think of the generic name for it. Zonostrata or something, some kind of acid that it basically stopped, as I understand it, it stopped my bones from breaking down or deteriorating, and then but the bones still rebuild. So you normally have this process: you tear down, rebuild, tear down, rebuild. That's normal, okay? So they quit tearing down because whenever they were tearing down, they were putting off like a marker or so you get this kind of feedback loop. They're sending a signal, which was the cancer was picking up on. It said grow, grow, grow. So they're really telling the bones to grow, 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 right? And instead they was telling the cancer to grow, grow, grow. That's my understanding. I'm a layman here. I'm not a medical professional by any means, even though I've talked about the alpha gal. That doesn't make me an expert on that or on this. But I took that. Also took paclitaxel, which is a chemotherapy, and from what I've read or researched on this, a lot of us research done on YouTube. So thank you, YouTube. You know, it's really wonderful this thing we have. uh, but anyway, uh, so the paclitaxel, as I understand it actually tricks the cancer, and maybe it's the way that they got the drug set up. It tricks the cancer into consuming it. Okay, and it's sort of like the cancer. It makes the cancer think it wants to consume the toxins. Okay, so normally with a lot of your chemotherapies, I think they actually kind of it kind of kills a lot of your cells in general. Oh, this one is able to say, "Hey, I want to." The cancer says, "Hey, I want that. I want to eat that. You know, I'll eat that food. You know, which it sees it as the nutrient that it needs. You know, and so it pulls it in and it kills it. It gets it past these barriers that the cancer sets up to protect itself. So, okay. So I think paclitaxel is probably a pretty good drug. I think that was kind of the background to a movie. I can't remember a fiction movie, you know, many years ago. I can't think of the name of the movie. Somebody can help me with that. That'd be great. Um, just put it in a comment down there. I can't remember something about somebody was out in the Amazon or something, and there was I don't know some ants or something that would I don't know. It's yeah okay. It's trivia. It's just trivia. Let's move on. Okay, so did that. Did 6 months of that. Okay, so I went into the hospital, and when I first went into the hospital, and I was in the hospital for 16 days. When I first went in, I couldn't sit up on my own. It took two nurses to set me up. One of them had to hold my feet, and one of them had to hold my shoulders and pull me up and then push my feet over. I couldn't do it myself. That's because of all the deterioration of my bones. Now this Zometa actually it kind of thickens your bones or some mass or something. I don't know. It's worked for me, but somebody said, well, it's actually kills your bones, and that may be true. That might be true. I don't know. But in any case, Here I am. Okay. So, where was I? Okay. Uh, Now I can walk. I asked them if I could be able to walk again. They said, "Yeah, you'll be able to walk again." Okay. Well, let's do it. So I did the chemotherapy, and it was a while. I was in a wheelchair and stuff, and I was really impressed. I think this is something that a lot of people don't know. Um, Maybe it would have helped me get in sooner or something, but they can help you these days. The treatments have come a long way in the last 10 years. We're not Everybody's looking for a cure, and this is something an article I read the other day was making this point. Everybody's looking toward the cure for cancer, which is good and that's fine. But what they don't realize is we've made a lot of progress on treatment of people living with cancer and thriving, and this is the term now, is to thrive with cancer rather than just thinking about the surviving, the people that are cured, or the 5 year survival or whatever. Thrive. People thrive with cancer. People are thriving with cancer. That's a new terminology, I guess. That's whatever. So anyway, where was I? Okay, so you know, at the end of 6 months, I walk with a walker. The walker I use is Roller. It's got the wheels. Awesome product. I see people using the old style walker that doesn't have the wheels, and I just think, man, they would so much like this. I didn't think. I thought it. I didn't. I don't know. I didn't think I'd like having the wheels. Once I got the wheels, I liked the wheels. And so, anyway, here we are. Uh, was using the walker. A year later, still using the walker. Actually, the walker, I didn't use the walker right off the bat. I've still kind of in a wheelchair, basically. It wasn't until November or so last year, about a year ago. So at the end of the chemotherapy, so it's this November, December last year, I started using the walker a little bit with the wheels. Prior to that, they pretty much I was in a wheelchair. Anyway, and I'll tell you something. Well, I come out, even throughout the chemotherapy, it was a lot for me just to walk 5 feet. I mean, it wasn't just the physical ability to walk. I would run out of breath. My oxygen, I take a couple steps and my oxygen levels would just drop like a rock, you know. So, so here I am. A year later, I could walk without the walker. I could just use a cane, except this has come up. And before we get to it though, let me talk about some of okay, positive response to therapy. That was the first thing I noticed. Significant improvement of pulmonary nodules, blah, 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 many of which resolved while others have decreased in size. Uh, Improvement of multiple bilateral pulmonary nodules. I mean, expensive words, but I think I know what it means. Significant improvement of the diffuse pleural thickening and nodularity since prior state. That's talking about my lungs. About um, you probably heard of pleural effusion. Um, I didn't have much of that to begin with, so they're talking about significant improvement. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds real good, and that explains. I mean, I'm doing a lot better with the breathing now. I still have portable oxygen. I'm still on portable oxygen, which I have a little tank that I carry with me, and I have CPAP machine. So I have I have sleep apnea, which was discovered last year while I was taking the chemotherapy. I would wake up in the middle of the night, and I would I checked. I got an oximeter um, online on Amazon. One of these things. You've probably seen these. And I would check my oxygen in the middle of the night, and it was dropping like a rock. I mean, it was down below 50, and I was kind of freaking out a little bit about that. So I got into a sleep study, got myself. I'm set up on CPAP now. I sleep a lot better. I got oxygen, and I got the heated tube, which helps you keep the humidity because you don't want to get dry sinuses and stuff. So yeah, I'd like to get into more detail on that in another video. Let's just move on here, okay? So decrease in size of the 3 centimeter right hilar mass, and it talked about that. I think it said it went down to. It talked about that on another page. It doesn't say the. Anyway, it went down, decreased. It decreased in size. Improved retronuclear. That's about my kidneys. Improvement. Um, Unchanged hyperdensity with the liver. The liver. Um, Now they couldn't give me the contrast. So I got the contrast last year. This is one thing about this report. Um, Last year I took the contrast, and then afterwards, the next time I checked my creatinine, which is kind of a kidney function test, it had my kidney function had decreased. So it's like you're no more contrast. So we don't do contrast anymore. Unfortunately, you don't get as good of pictures with this. Okay, unchanged hypodensity with the poorly characterized without contrast and may represent a cyst or hypogenic. Cannot definitively exclude metastatic cancer. So it could be metastatic cancer. Okay, that liver problem could actually be cancer right there, which I really wouldn't. I would think it would be hard to heal up. It's the same thing with my kidneys. The kidneys are going to be hard enough to heal up. But if it's got cancer in there, even if it is breast cancer that's metastasized, it's still going to be difficult to deal with that, to get that to heal up. But the good thing is it does not seem to be making any rapid movement. So I am kind of hopeful for a cure down the road. It would be nice if they can cure this thing because it would help me a lot. I mean, of course, goes without saying. Being redundant saying that. Uh, let's see. Let's breast tissue mass decreased in size. Okay, they'll give me radiation for that. Um, Widespread sclerotic and lytic skeletal mass. So my bones still have all this metastasis on them, but not significantly changed. And that's what you really got to watch for is when it grows. When the cancer grows, that's when you really suffer. So anyway, that all sounds good. And I wanted to share that with you guys because some of you, like I said, I got 90 subscribers on here, and subscribing, I feel like maybe you're interested. I would if I know people are interested, I'll make the videos. I put up some videos without even putting any tags or anything in them because I'm doing this I put some of those videos up just for me. I don't care if you watch them or not. That's fine. But some of the videos I put up just for myself, if that makes any sense. And I didn't put any tags on them. You can look through my channel and find those if you want. But there's not much audio telling you what's going on. But I did that, like I said, just so that um, so that I would have the videos and I could share them on social media and stuff if um, and so that my family could have some access to them. They probably lose all my video files and stuff. Who knows? But we don't want to think about that. Anyway, I do want to. I think though, I want to make this like maybe once a week. I'll come on here and talk. Maybe not for. It's almost 30 minutes now. We're coming up on 30. I probably won't talk here for 30 minutes, but we'll cover a lot of topics. I'll talk about. We could talk about gardening. I want to do some product reviews. Um, we'll probably do some talking about the alpha gal. I don't know. But definitely, one thing I definitely want to come back to talking about is the this diet that I've started. Now you can tell I'm overweight from this video. I mean, you can't see him too well. I've kind of sitting back here in this chair here. Probably the best place in the house that I can make this video. Um, I don't have a lot of choices for that. But anyway, this I'm on a diet plan. I've lost a little bit of weight so far, but it seems to be pretty consistent. I'm able to lose weight fairly consistently. So this is going to be an interesting little experiment. Next week, my plan is this at Tuesday. I don't know if I can go live or not. I tried to do that tonight, but roughly Tuesday I'll upload a video and we'll talk about the diet plan that I'm on, and we'll see how much weight I've lost by then. I'm hoping to have lost over 10 pounds by then, and it's a pretty effective method. Not a not a huge weight loss, quick kind of thing. It's nothing real like fancy. It's actually a really simple concept. Couple of simple concepts that I put together, and it's working, and it's saving me a lot of anguish because I don't even have to think about it. See, I have to have. I got my main objective. I got is my kidney damage, my liver damage, and then cancer. So it was actually good that I started gaining weight again because I was down. I was down like 100 pounds last year. So when I started gaining weight, that was seen as a good thing. But then it started to be too much of a good thing. So now I'm going back to trying to lose weight. But at the same time, I got to be mindful of these things. I've tried. There's certain things you want to eat when you got cancer. Certain things you want to eat. Certain things you want to avoid. Same with the kidneys and the liver. Also, I have diverticulosis. So all of that, and then there's weight loss comes kind of after all that. So but I'm doing good. I mean, I'm telling you guys. I mean, I am. I feel great. I've been feeling better every day, and uh, some of those. If you look back, some of the videos I made over the summer, I did not have the energy or anything that I do now. And so, anyway, that's that. And so, I thank you for watching. If you watch this way through, just thank you, thank you. I'll be back next week with something for you. Um, I'll try to keep it shorter, but I'll have something for you. Probably it should be about weight loss. If not, then something. And then we'll do some product reviews and probably some gardening stuff later in the year as the summer gets here. Okay? And maybe some, I don't know, maybe some building stuff. I can't do the work myself, so somebody else got to do work. So I got to kind of talk them into doing it, or else I'd be out there doing it and you just record myself doing the work, you know. But in any case, thank you for watching. And if you did subscribe, or if you want to subscribe, thank you again. Okay, I'm not going to beg you to subscribe, though. I understand. Thank you for being here, though. All right. All right. We'll see you next, be Tuesday. Tuesday, I'll try to upload. Okay. All righty.